EOYDC is the World Champions of East Oakland. This event today, it encapsulates that idea of what it means to be a champion, both on the basketball court and in the community.
This has got to be the biggest thing that's happened since I've been here. It's amazing.
I think that it was really spectacular the way in which the community really gathered to celebrate the unveiling of this new space, and we had over 100 kids here to celebrate with us.
I've been involved for over 20 years and see the different phases of the gym. I think it says a lot to Oakland to give these kids a chance to live out their dream and to be, associated with the Warriors.
I think it's great. It's not just a court, it's an affirmation of how important these kids are, and that's hard to come by these days, especially in some of these hard times kids have to go through.
It was amazing. The kids at EOYDC in the community, we've been through a lot, so to the kids, they really appreciate it.
There was an energy in the building that you could really sense was inspiring. And for us to be able to collaborate on a project like this, we're honored. These are the type of moments that are why we do what we do.
Right, it means, being able to come here, learn some skills, have some fun with your friends, create some relationships that you're gonna have for life, and create unity.
One of the moments that I will never forget, because I used to come here when I was just a little dusty kid. I remember my cousin, his father died, right? And we were supposed to go to the funeral, but it was a Brian Shaw camp going on. And he really could not handle his father's funeral. I mean, you could tell it was just like too much to him. And he just wanted to do something else besides go to the funeral. And so he just asked me, can I go to the camp with him? And we sat there in the camp and kind of like let him take his mind off like the tragedy. He clearly was just too young to process. So we came in here, we hooped with Brian Shaw, and then we got to deal with that when we left. But it was a really good time during a really bad time. And I'll never forget that because it happened here and we got to do it together.
I started coming here at the early age of 9 years old, and so I took Taekwondo and I made it to be a second-degree black belt under the direction of Herbert Hall. When I stood on that court, I realized that at a certain moment in my life, that's where I stood as a green belt. And then I was able to make it to a black belt. Being here today and seeing what it's doing for youth that was my age when I first joined here is really going to change lives.
I remember it was an event where Magic Johnson came in, Gary Payton, and we reinvented this NBA commercial. It was a whole bunch of dribbling and tricks, and I was the only girl in the commercial, so I think that was a memorable moment. And also now just being able to bring my team in here to participate in the same thing that I was able to.
One of my very first EOYDC programs when I was 4 years old, it was West African dance, and it was actually held in the gym at that time. So to see the gym that we use for so many things, from basketball to track and field, to dance classes, to martial arts, renovated, it means so much more than just basketball skill development. It means that our kids are really gonna have this rich space to do all kind of wonderful things.
When you bring everybody together and when you bring them together with hope and resources, big things can happen. And I think that's what the Warriors are about, and that's what EOYDC is about.
As a board member, we know that we started part of this process in the gym. We invited a number of funders in the Bay Area to come hear the EOYD story, and to finally have the final renovation come full circle in that gym is pretty special.
We have a historic gym. It has a legacy of NBA champions and NFL champions. And to reinvest and make sure that the next thousands of kids can achieve their hoop dreams and their athletic dreams, it's everything to us. In terms of special Warrior memories, what a lot of people don't know is before they built their team building downtown, they used to work out in our gym. I have had young people tell me about being there when Chris Webber threw the ball from the door into the hoop, and what a wow moment that was. Shortly after Mark Curry came back as Mr. Cooper, he wanted to create a tournament. Our kids have gone on through college ball and some into the NBA through that tournament. Same thing with Gary Payton tournament. I believe it was Damian Lillard that came through that one. I mean, that gym has seen some stuff. If those walls could talk, right? I've had so many kids come back, they're playing ball internationally. They're thinking back to their memories of being 8 and 10 years old and the fact that they honed their skills there. And look at what they're doing now. Just to know that this new gym is going to be a home to the next NBAers, next NFLers, or just kids that love the game. That means everything to me.
This is Marcus Thompson, Sobrani Park's finest, sports columnist, Oakland's own, and I'm coming here to give people buckets in this new gym. So get ready, because I'm going to go write my column about Steph Curry, and then I'm going to go show y'all how Steph Curry learned how to play.
Okay.